Vietnam is a country rich with history, bustling streets, and unforgettable flavors. And if you've ever wanted to travel as a vegan to Vietnam, then this is your lucky year because I'm hosting this trip again on November 7th through 13th, 2025. So join us for part 1 of this unforgettable 7-day vegan trip where we got to explore the vibrant streets of Hanoi, experience the farms of Ninh Bìhn, and cruise the serene waters of Ha Long Bay, all while making new friends and eating lots and lots of vegan food. So let's go.
The epic travels are about to begin. This is my best friend Seppi. He's going to be my trip companion for this whole epic Asia extravaganza.
Yes, the great adventure.
The great adventures. We are in LAX, so we have a long flight ahead of us.
Ooh, long.
We're commencing this trip. This is going to be
20 hours.
Yes. Which is why this is going to be different from my other videos. It's going to be raw footage, more authentic, in real life, real experiences. You can see what this tour group is like, how we all interacted, everything we did. You will still see me eat, but you're going to see him eat too.
A lot.
And everything we're doing in between.
We're going to gain a little bit of weight.
Let's hope not. We're going to go to the gym.
We're going to go to the gym.
That's what we say.
Commitment.
Keep us accountable, yes. Well, with all that said,
let's go.
Let's go.
So first we flew from LAX to Seoul via Korean Air, and I want to show you guys the vegan meal because I'd give this a 2.5 out of 5. I feel like everybody needs to improve their vegan meals, but here we are. Made it to my first leg, 13-hour flight to Seoul, and now I have a layover and then we go to Vietnam another 5 hours. So I love checking out airport lounges, and if you want access to airport lounges, then you want to check out credit cards that offer that service. You can check the link in my description because there you'll be able to see a comparison of all the different travel cards that give you access to this. I like to see what kind of vegan options the lounges offer. A lot of times they're not the best, but sometimes they might surprise you, and Seoul was definitely one of them. They had a bibimbap bar, which obviously you just have to choose the vegetables, make sure not to get kimchi because it has the fish sauce. They even had individual tofu packets, so I really enjoyed it here. But after 5 hours, we finally made it to Hanoi, Vietnam. We decided to arrive a couple days before the trip started to beat jet lag a bit and stayed at an apartment hotel called Hanoi Secret Garden that I highly recommend because it had free breakfast with vegan options and it was a great location. Despite our lack of sleep, we decided to freshen up and grab some food and see a bit of the nightlife around the city, such as the famous train street.
Oh my God.
After enjoying delicious vegan pho for breakfast, it was time for our first full day.
Good morning from Hanoi. I'm sure you can hear all the motorbikes and cars honking. That is normal, and you'll hear it all the time. But what I want to talk about is crossing the street. Number 1, don't be scared. You literally have to walk with confidence. You do not hesitate when you walk. You have to kind of just trust that they're going to move around you. You know, don't go backwards, don't stop. You kind of just keep going. You can't be nervous. So just know that when you come to Hanoi.
But after learning how to cross the street, we were quite famished, so we of course had to fuel up with one of Vietnam's most famous foods, banh mi. So we decided to check out Banh Mi 25 because it has over 12,000 Google reviews. So I wanted to see if it was worth the hype, and they have 4 different vegan options.
So is this place worth the hype? I 100% think so. You know, I was a little hesitant because there's tons of people lining up. Each banh mi costs about $1 to $2 US, so very affordable. I recommend if you're with a friend to get 3. So you can each have 1.5 because 1 is almost not enough, but 2 would be a little too much. So you want room for dessert like I always do. 1.5 is perfect.
And speaking of dessert, we went and got che.
So che is like a dessert soup. There's like coconut milk in here, different kinds of jellies like pandan jelly, jackfruit, banana, tapioca pearls, beetroot jelly. They have a bunch of different kinds here at this place called Little Bowl. I did freak out for a second because I thought the coconut milk, which she swore was not milk. I've used translator cards and everything. You don't find that often here. Like people say, no, there's no milk. But then there's stuff that looks like milk that they'll be putting in there, so then you get paranoid. I just showed them this little card. I'll put a link to it below. It basically says I'm vegan, I don't eat this. I'm putting myself to the test, people. I'm going through the paranoid phases for you. So this is delicious. It has red bean, we got tapioca pearls, we got the traditional mixed bowl, bananas. One is enough for one person. I feel like we might get another one. But definitely worth giving it a try.
Then as good tourists, we checked out the Thang Long water puppet show, where wooden puppets seemingly float on water to depict Vietnamese folklore and village life. It's a captivating traditional art form dating back to the 11th century. It's all accompanied by live traditional music, so it's a must-see cultural experience that brings Vietnam's history and stories to life. So just make sure to get the audio guide for English so you can understand everything. But next we decided to check out top-rated vegan food we found nearby.
I'm at a restaurant called Katze Vegan Food right now, and I have gotten a whole plethora of dishes. It's a little confusing when you see it from the outside because they have two separate restaurants, so you have to make sure to come into whichever one they'll tell you to come into. So they'll pull you in, don't worry. But as soon as you open the menu, everything's vegan in there and you have to write it down. They do recommend some items for you, so you show them as well.
So this is the tofu and tomato sauce. They give you a whole bowl of rice. They give you salad. And I think this is the steamed sweet potato leaves. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna try it anyways. But we also got a braised vegan pork and spring rolls. And we also got like a crab kebab.
He just did smaller portions on everything.
Oh my god, this is so good. This is the free stuff. The stuff we ordered hasn't even come yet.
This was amazing.
I got hand fed.
Hand fed, the first bite. That doesn't happen often.
To die.
We devoured everything.
And before I forget, about 5 minutes walking distance from the restaurant, there's an ice cream spot that sells vegan ice cream options. 3 words, get the peanut butter. But the next day was finally day 1 of the tour with Trova Trip, and we finally got to check into the 4-star hotel that was selected on the itinerary. So we had to check it out. Thank you. Oh, what does it say? Welcome home. That's so cute. We got the shower, tile, bathroom. And we made sure to squeeze in one last lunch before the big group extravaganzas. Okay, so now I'm at a place called MET Vegetarian and Vietnamese food. It's not a fully vegan restaurant, but they do have an extensive vegan vegetarian menu, so just know that. So I came here specifically because I've been searching for vegan bún chả. Bún chả is kind of like a deconstructed pho in the sense that like whatever protein or whatever they give you is on the side, and the rice noodles, and then like a dipping broth. I'm excited to try it, so here we go. All right, so you just take lettuce and your cucumber and your veggies. You basically want to, they always serve you a lot of perilla leaves and cilantro and a bunch of things. This protein looks very good. It does look a little on the dry side, but that's okay. As long as it's flavorful, that's all that matters. You get little rice noodles, and then you just pour your broth. And then you try to eat this as graciously as you can. Well, if you can't tell, I'm starving. That's why I'm not really talking right now. But this is delicious. The vegan meat is great. Wow. This is a dish that my friend Ashley, who lived in Vietnam for a long time, told me that she loved. So I wanted to try it. I've never had it before. I highly recommend. Make sure to give it a try. The Vietnamese pancake is also delicious. Everything's really good. So it's officially the night of the welcome dinner. The Trova Trip has commenced. We're all meeting each other for the first time. We're gonna meet in the lobby for the welcome dinner. We're going to Sadhu Vegetarian Restaurant, I think is what it is, or just Sadhu Restaurant. They're gonna have this huge buffet for us. And so I'm really excited because we've had this WhatsApp chat talking to each other, but none of us have really met face to face. There's just like a couple couples that have come
For the most part, there's been a lot of solo travelers. We're all meeting for the first time, so I'm really excited. Let's show you guys what it looks like. Bye. Going down. I'm already 2 minutes late for my welcome dinner.
About 2 minutes late.
It was a suggestion. Hashtag Latino time.
Did you put that in the disclosure?
Right? I have no idea. I'm about to meet 14 strangers. Everyone's here except for me? Man. Hi! Thank you so much. I know, I'm like excited to talk to a lot of people. This is gonna be hard for me. Extrovert problems. They get on the bus. Oh wow!
Xin chào, mean hello in
Xin
Vietnamese.
chào.
Xin chào. Yeah. So welcome all of you to Vietnam and travel with Eunice. My name Phương, spelled P-H-U-O-N-G.
So our welcome dinner was at a vegan vegetarian restaurant. Yes, there are many in Hanoi, and we had a family style meal, which was nice because for once we didn't have to think about what we were gonna eat. We did icebreakers, people were taking photos and videos of their food too, so for once I wasn't the only one, and everything was delicious. We had a really great time. But the next day we had to wake up super early for our first full day food tour, but we made it work. Good morning. So it's 7:30 in the morning, give or take. We're all gonna go on a food tour this morning for about 6 hours, and we're ready to go. Now you can't come to Vietnam and not have Vietnamese coffee. So that was definitely our first stop, which I was really excited about. And we went to a place that offered plant-based milk options, not just one, but two. Here we learned about traditional Finn coffee, how to make it, and of course, try it. So this almost looks like an espresso. It's meant to be served with sweetened condensed milk, but because we're vegan, they've served it with soy milk, which is amazing that they have this option here. If you love coffee, you will love this because just the straight taste of coffee is amazing. It's not too strong. It doesn't taste as strong as other like Turkish coffee. It's meant to be drank hot, but I'm gonna add my little soy milk for now. Just kind of a little bit, just because I want to. This is the color I like. It's perfect. Honestly, it doesn't even need the soy milk. It still tastes really good without it. But ladies, what do you think of your coffee? So good. Oh, you got the peanut butter. I want to try some. I want to try. Is there another spoon? Try everybody's. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. That's amazing. So now we're on our way to get some banh mi. It's breakfast time. You can see the street as well. It's awesome. It's beautiful. This is where Phuong explained a little bit more about the history of banh mi, how it used to be a breakfast food, but now it's just eaten throughout the day. And now it was time to try it. So we're at Banh Mi Lan Hoi, and they gave us all vegetarian, vegan banh mi. It has tofu and mushroom, and I had some chili sauce because you know me, I love spicy. Oh, you can already hear the bread. Listen to this. Oh my gosh. Okay, cheers. This is so good. There's two places where our guy says he likes to eat banh mi 25 and here. So this is a top two. 100%. I feel like this one might be better. I don't know, it's a tough call, but they're both really good. So here we're trying some local fruit. They got jackfruit. I know as vegans we're used to young jackfruit, but this is the ripe, sweet kind. It's so good. Look how beautiful this fruit stand is. All right, so I've never had fresh jackfruit, and as Phuong told us, you open it up, there's a seed. You don't eat the seed. So this one's really small, a small seed, but let's try this. The
It smells delicious. It almost tastes like cantaloupe, a little bit. If you've ever had the dried, candied, not even candy, it's just the dehydrated like chips, jackfruit chips, addicting. If you ever see those, they're amazing. This is so good.
We also got to try some persimmons, and those were delicious. So with all that eating, walking and doing a city tour is also needed. We got to go check out one of the local temples.
So when you enter the temple, you cannot show your arms or shoulders. You can't wear sleeveless, and you can't wear shorts. So just keep that in mind when you come to visit. But they did provide me with this, so that was nice. I did bring a shirt, and I forgot that this is where we need to do it. But they handed this to me so quickly, so it was nice to just have that.
But now it was time for our next culinary treat, having some coffee at Train Street during the day, because our friends here hadn't got to see it yet. And this is a food tour after all, so of course next up was to get more food. We were gonna go get introduced to banh quan.
So we're having banh quan. These are rice paper rolls, and it's really cool how they make it. They make it in front of the restaurant. They're literally like crepes, right? So they put the rice batter on top really fast, spread it around. She uncovers it, covers it, scoops it up, gives it to the next lady. She rolls it up with mushroom and tofu fast, because if not, it gets stuck, right? So it's like this glutinous rice like texture, at least from what I know, but I'm gonna try it first. We're all gonna try it, right? All right, banh quan. And so you grab it. I just got a giant one, but that's okay. You dip it in the dipping sauce that they give you. All right, guys, cheers. I'm gonna try with chili and see how spicy it is. Woo! Woo!
That is
Jeez,
delicious.
that's her Thai side.
That is so good.
It gives it an extra flavor. My eyes are watering though.
My eyes are good.
Let's just say we all loved it. And no, we were not done eating. We headed to our next spot to have bún cha, which, as you heard me say before, is another staple dish in Vietnam. So here we were having a veganized version.
So I'm gonna try the spring roll. It looks amazing. Oh wow, delicious. That soup is incredible. When the spring roll soaks it all up, I'm glad I brought a Tide pen because I already spilled on myself. So you dip in the tofu.
But don't worry, we do get breaks in between our meals. So this was a significant walking portion after we got to actually bond and hang out more at this spot, which was honestly the highlight. We got to check out the market where many locals shop. And we got to check out the Long Binh Bridge, which is the first steel bridge in Hanoi. And if you thought we had enough food, nope! The meals keep on coming. It was now our time to learn about pho quan. We were taught to make rolls from uncut pho noodles, and while some of us did a really good job, some of us may have struggled a bit.
I can't separate it. There it goes. I got it.
Got it.
Yeah. I ripped it. These are rippable. I didn't do that
And I may have struggled a bit too.
No, it's stuck together. There we go.
bad.
Lastly, Feng showed us how to eat another amazing dish that I can't remember what it's called, but you're just gonna have to go on the tour.
Oh man, that sounded so good.
Now, if you haven't witnessed rush hour in Hanoi, you haven't witnessed rush hour. So fun fact, you are not allowed to have 5 people on a motorbike, but it's totally okay to have 4 people. And we got to see a lovely cathedral just before our last stop, but yet there's more food, and we got to learn how to say cheers in Vietnamese.
Hai bai jo, hai bai jo.
And afterward, since we had already bonded after the full day, we decided to check out Train Street at night. We shared our favorite ice cream spot that we found, and we even went waltzing. well, that is the end of part 1, but stay tuned for part 2, which will be in Ninh Bìhn and Ha Long Bay. And again, if you want to travel this year to Vietnam as a vegan, make sure to click the link in my description to sign up and secure your spot.